Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking with Love. Today we'll be making something great and delicious, which will be some smoked turkey with collard greens or served over some jasmine rice. Guys, this is going to be something quick and easy, and it won't be hard for you to make. Here you see I have some smoked turkey. That's going to season our pot along with some other aromatics, which is some bay leaves, some chili flakes, one whole onion, and half of a red bell pepper. Here I have some collard greens, guys, and it's about 4 to 5 bunches. And what we're going to start off with is we're going to cut off the bottom part that allows the pot to become bitter, and that's what we don't want. So here I'm going to begin washing our smoked turkey because we're going to start this process of cooking our meat at least for 45 minutes before we start adding our greens. So we want to begin cleaning our meat thoroughly with this brush, which everyone should have at least a cleaning brush for their vegetables and their meat. And thereafter, we will then place them in a pot of boiling water where they will start the duration of their 45-minute cooking, and then we'll move on to our next step, okay? So here you see here, I have some chicken bouillon powder. I'm using about a tablespoon of that, and I'm going to add that to my turkey, my smoked turkey, and along with some aromatics as well, which is the bay leaf and the chili flakes. And we're going to allow that to cook for the 45-minute duration before we start adding in our greens. So here you see I have the collard greens here, and I'm going to cut off that bottom part, which is a bitter stem, and you don't want that in your pot, okay? Now, if you guys want the stem, it's totally optional, but just know that your pot will become very bitter, and you have to work very hard on getting that bitterness out. So here, I'm going to cut off the remaining parts of the stems from the greens that I have started to begin to start propping. And propping is to take it out that stem that's in the middle, okay? And you're going to remove that, okay, to the point where it stops. We can stop and just pull it off, okay? And then you're just going to kind of stack them to where you're going to begin a stack and roll process. So you're going to roll them tightly, okay? And you want to get it to where that you can control it. And you're going to just kind of cut them very thin where they will cook very fast and very tender from this process, okay? So be careful with your knife, guys, because you know you have to kind of make sure that you keep your fingers kind of notched back, and just make sure that you don't cut yourself because the knife is very sharp. Just keep doing this, keep repeating this process until you are completely done. And then we will begin to wash our greens. So here we are, guys. We are ready to start washing our greens, and we're gonna begin with a large bowl, which I decided to put my greens in. And we're gonna fill that bowl with water, and we're gonna allow our greens to soak, and we're gonna scrub our greens to the point where we don't feel any grit, because greens have a lot of sand. You may not feel it or see it at the moment, but as you keep cleaning your greens, you will see that your water will no longer become green, and you will not feel the grit on the greens as well. So you want to complete and repeat this process at least 3 to 4 times before you enter it into your pot, until you actually see and feel what you need to feel, okay? So you will know when your greens are completely clean, because as you keep rinsing, you will feel and know how clean they have become. So you're going to repeat this process until all your greens are clean. So guys, I have now begin adding these greens into the stock that was created over this turkey, smoked turkey, that's been cooking for about an hour, about 45 minutes. So now we're gonna begin adding our greens in, okay? And we wanna try to add, at least try to add all the greens in at once, if we can, and let them come to a boil. And depending on how much stock you have left in your pot, you might wanna add just maybe a couple cups of water, because you wanna make sure the greens are covered. The broth is covering the greens for the duration of the cook time, because you don't want it to cook out. You want it to become like it's a boiling process, okay? So it will cook down, but let it cook down naturally. You want to make sure that you have enough broth in your pot so that your greens can cook evenly. I'm going to begin adding a tablespoon of vinegar, which is going to preserve the pot. And we're also going to start lightly seasoning, which is some Lorry seasoning I'm using and some black pepper. We're going to give that a couple shakes, guys. And you don't have to use this if you don't want. You can use whatever it is that you use in your pantry. I'm using a whole onion, and I'm going to be using a half of a red bell pepper. And if you're not a vegetable person, as far as onions and bell peppers or of that sort, you don't have to. It's totally optional. But just know that this gives the pot great flavor when you add these aromatics to it. So we're going to begin giving this a nice stir, okay? And I'm going to be adding in a tablespoon of sugar just to take out the bitterness. This does balance when you're adding any type of sugar sweetness to anything that's salty. It balances out, but you must taste your food. Okay? To know whether you need to add or take anything away out of this dish, you must taste your food, guys. And by doing this, you have made it your own. Guys, I just want to say I want to thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please press the like button. Please make a comment and share my videos. I'll see you soon. Bye.